Do your thing, baby.
You're starting.
Oh.
That's how we should open this.
Well, hi, I'm Taylor.
And I'm Nicole, and this is Glitter and Cat Litter. In this episode, we say 3 words that describe ourselves. We talk about DNA tests, and we talk about fitness. We talk about a lot of stuff in this one.
And leashes.
And leashes.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
If you want episodes early, you could sign up on glitterandcatlitter.com and exclusives. We do have exclusives as well. Or on the YouTube channel. There are memberships there. And please like and please subscribe and please leave a review. And enjoy.
Please enjoy.
Please.
Glitter and Cat Litter.
But I didn't.
What is wrong with you?
I didn't put boogies in
You
there.
were just picking your nose with both nostrils, and now you're sitting there with boogies in your water.
How do you pick your nose with your nostrils?
Both nostrils. You were just picking
Nailed it.
your nose through both nostrils.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure thing, lady. Come on,
Wow,
don't do me
wow.
like that.
Don't do you like that.
I don't know. What
There's
are
a
you doing?
hair.
Are you breaking stuff?
No, but there was a hair stuck to the bottom.
Does that mean that I built it with the hair in it?
Probably. It looked like one of mine.
Oh,
Does
Could-
this beanie look fun?
she's fun.
I feel fun right now. I have a question for you.
Okay, I have an
And I'm
answer
gonna-
for you.
Well, you might not. I'm
Okay,
gonna ask
I might not
you-
have an answer for you.
Ow. I'm going to ask you now so that you can ponder if you need to. Ow. That hurts. Okay. Are you ready? Are you?
We're waiting.
Name 3 words to describe you. Oh, no. I'm worried.
If you get,
What?
could I have a stupid one and then like maybe a more serious
They
one?
have to be good ones. They have to be positive ones, not negative.
They're not negative.
Okay,
They're just,
mine.
they're
When
just,
someone asked me this, I had a negative one.
okay, mine.
What?
Just, it doesn't really describe me, but when you say 3 words that I guess in a way could describe me, I just go like farts.
Why was the first thing in my brain farty? That's not even a word.
Farty is a word. You're a little farty.
I don't think that's a word.
And then I was gonna say like poop and jokes.
No. No, like.
No, I get where you're. I get what you want.
I can't
I know what you
remember
want
my
from me.
3. I remember 2 of them.
What do you mean? Remember your 3? Like
Because
you
when I
had
was-
these on just like
When I was hanging out with the girls, this was one of the questions we asked each other.
so 3 descriptors.
Yeah.
Adjectives.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I just defined what an adjective is for everybody.
In case you were wondering.
Including, yes. Wow, words. Okay. 3 for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say creative,
Okay.
stubborn.
Ooh. But
And
is that a positive one?
It's not negative. Okay, you want the positive version of stubborn? Passionate.
Okay.
Or what's it starts with a C. What's the other one? So there's stubborn or there's oh my gosh. Oh, this is a horrible way to start this. I can't think of the word.
You can come back to it if you find it.
Well, there's determined,
That was one of mine.
but there's another word.
Tenacious.
No, it starts with a C.
To define determined?
It's similar.
A synonym?
Hold on. I can run through it a thing I do in the morning in my head. You can keep them busy while I figure this out.
Wait, you do a thing in your head in the morning?
Sometimes
Is it
when
like
I
a
stretch-
mantra?
No, sometimes if I stretch, I have a bunch of things that I say because like I know that it's.
I believe that's called a mantra.
I feel like a mantra is like what you live by. It's not what that is.
No.
I don't know. You could look it up.
I'm
Here, you want my
pretty
phone?
sure,
Here you go. There you go. You don't have your own phone.
Communal phone. Look at this, ladies and gents. He handed me his phone. I can go through it now.
I can always go through it. Whatever.
I
okay,
know the
hold on.
password.
Let me figure it out.
Ooh, let's see what tabs are open. I actually know all the we've talked about everything that's open.
It's nothing special.
This is not secretive at all. What am I looking up? Oh, definition of mantra. Thank you. Definition of mantra. Isn't that a Sleep Token song? No,
that's Bring Me the Horizon. Having you talking in my ears.
I'm so sorry. I can't talk to them and not talk to you.
I know.
A word or sound repeated to aid.
Oh, committed. There it is.
Nice. To aid concentration in meditation.
Wait, what was it? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Exactly what you're doing. A word or sound repeated to aid concentration in meditation.
No,
a statement or slogan repeated frequently.
No, I say it one time through.
I believe that's
literally one of the words in there was repeated. Okay,
committed.
Well, if you don't want me to say stubborn, I'll say committed. So we started with creative.
Works.
And then I said stubborn, but you didn't like stubborn because you said that it was a negative. So then I said passionate.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you don't like the word passionate to replace stubborn,
passionate.
then we can do committed. But then committed doesn't really fit that role in the same way that stubborn does. Because being stubborn might mean
committed would be like
non-committal.
Loyal.
Yeah. I gotta have a third one. Funny. Honestly, I want to say I want to say stupid, but in not a negative sense. Just like
silly.
Okay, yeah, silly. Because like my jokes are just so bad sometimes. They're so stupid, but it's so good that they're so stupid. What did I say? Oh. We were driving to go film yesterday, and one of our neighbors has a sign.
Oh, my goodness.
They have a Noel sign. And yes, it's Christmas time, so Noel. It makes sense. Great. And I looked at it and go, wow, they're real big Noel fans. They must be watching the Great British Baking Show or the Great British Bake Off. And Nicole goes, what?
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Did I not finish the Bake Off part?
No, you said, "Wow, they're really big Noel fans."
I just
looked at you
just
like,
left it hanging.
Are you kidding me? But my brain didn't first go to the Bake Off. It went to Noel from Santa Claus, from the Santa Clauses.
Who's Noel in the Santa Clauses?
Noel. It's Betty's husband.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, I didn't go there. But that would have been a much better place to go than Great British Bake Off. Well,
I love the Bake Off.
You know, all I can say is my jokes are not very good, but they're fun.
I laughed.
Yeah, you did. I
laughed really hard.
At me, not with me. It was at me. I know. But I'm okay with it.
If I get lipstick on my teeth, will you tell me?
Maybe.
If I get lipstick on my teeth, will you tell me? Please.
Yes, fine. Okay.
Also, shout out to Elaine for reminding me of whatever I had her remind me of. Oh, putting the class link and the course link in my YouTube. Thank you, Elaine.
Yes, that was nice.
I said, please remind me, and Elaine listened and reminded me. I appreciate it.
That's so nice. And then you did not clarify who it was on the Discord, but there was somebody on the Discord that
yes.
One showed you the Lego skates that come out in 2 weeks. So for anybody that likes roller skating, which probably is a lot of the people that are here, there's a new Lego roller skate that's coming January 1st. If you all buy them all and she doesn't get one, not me, I don't need it. I'm going to have to build it. If you
buy them all before we buy them.
Yeah, if you buy them all before we buy them, we'll be sad.
So the question is like, you buy one as a display, but what if you like bought 2 or 4 and like made it like something with skating?
What do you mean?
Like, you know how Annie gave me the T-Rex with baby doll roller skates?
Did you look up the dimensions of this product?
No.
That would be a key feature.
Do you think it's big?
Okay, hold on. Probably. Think about how big Lego pieces are and then think about what that might entail because...
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess it might not be that big.
I felt like it was little.
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Very wrong.
It's only $30.
Wait,
That's
for real?
so great. You didn't even get that far?
No, I just
What?
saw it.
You're the
And then I
worst.
saw the date. And
It's ages 8 and up, so we all can do it.
perfect.
Oh, you can make it a skateboard too? Or is that the base of it? Oh, wait, it's a 3-in-1. So it could be a boombox, it could be a skateboard, or it could be a roller skate.
Really?
Yeah. See, this is cool. Okay, let's see. It is. I don't want the building instructions. I don't want the features either. I want the specifications. It is. Oh my God, this is anticlimactic. Here we go. 5.5 inches by
it's a baby guy.
6.5 inches long. So it's 5.5 tall, 6.5 long, 3 wide.
Okay.
So it's like that wide.
It can sit perfectly somewhere.
Mm-hmm. It'll fit really well.
For the podcast set. That's our excuse for Legos is it's for the podcast set.
Buy them and figure out how you buy them later.
So if you are listening to this and not watching this, I'm sorry, but you're missing out on a bunch of good Legos. Why are you frowning?
Because it's so cute. The little pictures. It's so little.
Because it's so cute.
It's so much littler than you think.
It's so cute.
Look at the boom box.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's like a paperclip.
Can you show the people watching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
there
know
was
if
a
I'll-
cake.
No, it's gonna be blurry.
Oh.
You just look it up. It's on Lego's website.
Well,
Oh,
I'll probably put it in my links.
yeah.
I will
we
put
could,
it in my links.
Well, it's probably gonna sell out, but we could put it on the in the description.
Yeah.
Of this.
Also that.
It's
But
one more thing I gotta remember.
yes,
to do.
on Discord, I can't remember the handle. It's something in sprinkles.
You hit record on that camera, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we just the display. I can't see it, so I can't
Do you
confirm.
need me to make sure?
No, it's okay. As long as there's storage on all the things. I've got PTSD from the last podcast.
I should make sure.
I mean, it's probably fine.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
No, I'm gonna make sure.
We're probably fine.
Because now you got me worried.
Well, I think
it's
we're
not
fine.
like that I don't sit here and talk to you for hours and hours, but like I don't want to sit here and talk to you for an hour and then tell good stories and then miss them.
Yeah. What did we miss last
What
week?
did we miss?
I don't remember. I think I was talking about something.
So wait, let me check this first. Oh, I'm stuck.
It's very funny that it's far easier for me to have checked this.
It is.
Okay, but you didn't even turn the thing.
Do you want me to?
No, it's fine. We're gonna fly by the seat of our pants here. I do not recall any of the things that we were talking
It was
about.
something about time.
I don't know. I don't think it matters that we go into that.
Anyway, last week when we were recording, it stopped recording the audio. So there was just a lot of time of us just our mouths moving and nothing happening.
Yeah,
And
that was
It was
unfortunate.
a good story, but I don't remember what it was. So obviously it doesn't matter.
Yeah, clearly not important enough to be that big of a deal. We didn't turn the fan off that's behind you either, did we? Oh gosh, we are a disaster. Can you turn it off?
Welcome to
You could just lean and turn that one off. I knew I was hearing something.
recording.
There it is. Okay.
That's
God,
better,
so glad we're
everyone.
here. The last 2 days for me has been a little peculiar. I was gonna say
Yeah.
funky, but that was a weird. I didn't like that word.
I try not to let your funkiness cause my funkiness.
Unless it's a groove.
What song is that?
Didn't really sound like a song. Okay, so we've lived in the same place for a long time. Like 5 years, 6 years?
6 years? 6.
6 in March.
Yeah.
Okay, so six years in March, and until yesterday, I have successfully parked all of our cars in the garage without.
You're telling the story.
Yeah, might as well without hitting anything. Until yesterday. Oh my Lanta. I don't know what happened. I woke up and I was just kind of distracted all day yesterday, and I couldn't not be distracted.
Yeah.
Double in the negatives here. And in the process, we were trying to leave, and I had like 4 text messages to reply to, and I was thinking about replying to them in my head while also backing out. Nicole was standing outside in this giant floofy dress waiting for me to back out, but I was trying to reply to the text before I drove the car, and then I felt rushed, and then I backed out, and I wasn't paying attention, and I turned before the front of the car was out of the garage all the way. Get a good old scufferoonie on the front there. That was not a party.
Meanwhile,
Not a good time.
I'm filming myself. I'm taking a video, selfie, and I'm like just off my face because I finished recording what I was wanting to record. And then I hear a across like the car and garage meeting, and my face is just like, oh no. And I just stand there and my eyes are like really wide. I have that footage. So you can hear it and you can see the reaction in my face.
I mean, we have a camera that shows the garage so that I can
Also
get it off
that.
of. I've meant to get it, but I keep forgetting.
But I do have to say, Taylor had me run upstairs and grab a magic eraser.
Mm-hmm.
Man, oh man, those things work.
Magic.
For real.
Eraser.
I haven't seen it like in bright daylight to see.
I haven't either.
But
I still have a little PTSD when I drive the car right now.
the paint came off though. I was shocked.
Well, clarify, the white paint of our
Yes.
garage door
Yes. Came off of the
came
car.
off of the car. Except for the part where I pulled the paint off.
I really,
So there's a little schmutz
know-
of no paint on the car.
in hindsight, I always think about this when we're about halfway through something. We should take a picture before or like take a video before to document it.
Of what?
The messed up car.
Why would you take a video or
Because
picture
10
of the
years
car?
from now, we're going to be like, do you remember that time? And then we're going to wonder what it looked like what happened.
Oh, anybody that's hit something with a car, there's probably cars in everybody's neighborhood that has just a big old across the front or
That's
back
what
of
looks
it.
like.
Yeah. I also figured your phone was out, so you're either going to film it or you're not.
I did film you cleaning it.
God, I was so frustrated with myself.
Oh
Man.
And then
But-
I asked if you wanted me to drive, and
No,
you're like,
it was
no.
fine.
But
It was-
I
well,
thought
you were in a big old dress. I wasn't going to put that on you. It was all floofy at
figure
the
it
bottom.
out.
See, that's not worth it. But I realized that that's the first thing that's happened to that car. That's the longest I've ever been around a new car that hasn't gotten messed up.
that's true.
The Prius, you
Wait, what
messed the door
happened?
up the first day. I got my Prius.
Oh yeah, but what about the first Tesla?
The first Tesla, the second day we drove it, we turned the corner in our like community. Like there's a curb that goes like way further than it probably should, or you think it would. And we turned a little bit tight because I didn't know the turning radius, and it went on the rim. And then my mom's car dropping me off in her car. I got too close to our gate code,
Yeah.
and the new rim.
So
And
yeah,
then-
this was a good record.
And then I feel like the other Prius we did something too. I think it was rim related to the Prius.
Oh, I messed up those
Yeah.
rims. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this one, this was the first one, and we've had
Yeah.
this car since September, October,
Wow.
November. I literally almost 3
That's
months.
pretty
We almost
good.
made 3 months without anything, and I was like, wow.
This is gonna make us sound like we're really careless drivers. We're really not. It's just like always weird little things happen.
All of the damage that all of our cars have initially received is not typically visible
Yeah.
unless you are very conscious of it.
But you feel it in your soul.
Your anxiety is high for like a good solid 5 times you drive the car after
Yeah,
that.
it's not a good time. But
I don't think I've driven my mom's car since.
it's just a really good lesson, a really good reminder to like slow down. I have to remind myself that all the time. Like the bad stuff happens when you're rushing. And like even if you're trying to rush to get something done, to go do something or like whatever it is, you're going to end up dropping stuff. You're going to end up like making a mess and taking longer than if you just did the thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much every time.
Every time. Drives me crazy.
It's annoying.
But then I reverse and go the other way. And then I move so slowly. And then I'm like, okay, I can pick it up from here. I can actually move faster.
There's probably a good little middle ground there somewhere
Probably.
that you could finagle.
I think
Little.
I've found it a few times, but
Just only a few.
yeah,
Just not constant.
no.
Not normal for
No.
daily life.
Taylor just looked at me like I did.
Well, you were cracking your
something
nail.
wrong.
Cracking your nails. Oh my god.
I cracked my knuckle.
Well, I yesterday was a weird day, and that's kind of partially carried over in today, and I can't figure out what it is. You know what I think.
know what it is.
What is it?
Working out.
Okay, hold on. Working out's good for you, okay?
Yes.
So
What were you going to say?
no, it is that.
Oh.
But I was just gonna say I'm tired.
I'm tired.
But by the time this comes out, well, so for anybody that gets this early,
Yes. Happy birthday.
hey, thanks everybody.
For anyone who gets this early, it's Taylor's birthday.
Woo! And if you get this on time, Merry Christmas. It's over. You can start planning your New Year's things now.
And Taylor is 32.
I'm also now 32, but to all intents and purposes, I decided that for the 15 days before my birthday, so basically the majority of December, I was not going to take a day off of the gym. And I was going to push myself harder than I have in the past or in the recent past every single time I go to the gym, I guess, if that makes sense.
Or
Is that the
ever.
easy- Well, no, because I've pushed like to lift more weight and stuff the whole time. Okay, well, not like constant, but like more or
Yes,
less the
okay.
whole time.
Yes.
But this is the first like 15-day stint that I like literally every single time I'm doing more weight on as much as I can without hurting myself.
Which I do not recommend.
15 days straight? No, I don't recommend it either. I'm an absolute psycho for agreeing to do this.
Well, I also agreed to it because I looked you into your soul and I said, we won't know unless we try.
Yeah, so now I know that okay. By the time you see this, I'll know that I'm fully capable of having done it for 15 days because I'm not giving up with 2 days left to go.
Right.
But with the 2 days left to go, I feel so stupid. I don't want to do this anymore. This was a dumb idea. I mean, it's a fine idea, but the whole reason that I decided to do it for the last 15 days is because one, our circuit of workouts that we do is 5 different workouts. So it's just 3 times through 5 days or 5 days, 3 times through. And then, but then I was like, okay, after 32, like I turned 32, I'm going to not go so hard.
Yeah.
Because I can't keep living as aggressively in working out as I have been because it's just been too much.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, one little last push to be like, whoosh, and that's the extent of it. And actually, by the time anybody gets this, I'll have posted me saying this with where I started and where I am on my 32nd birthday, which is, I mean, I was telling you, I feel so like I'm bragging, but like it's more like I'm posting it as a thing for me and as a like, as here is the progress. Anybody can do it, but I'm not trying to be like so inspirational that like it's cringy. And I'm not, because I'm really not like, I didn't do this for other people to be inspired to do the same thing. I did this because I needed to do it for me. And then now it's gone the 10 months and I'm like, okay, I need to pump the brakes on like how much we're going to the gym because we're going like last 3 weeks, obviously, or 2 weeks is every day. But typically it's like 5 to 7 days and we're going in like weightlifting and like really going pretty hard 5 to 7 days a week. I got to pump the brakes a little bit here.
Yeah. It's been really interesting to even bring my body to that position, to that place, because like back when I used to train, back when I was skating, I never skated every day, ever. Like that was very instilled in me by my parents that like your body needs a break. You shouldn't be doing that every day. Also, you have to like diversify your workout a little bit. So if you want to just like go play, if you want to go run, if you want to stretch one day as your workout, like that's totally okay. And so that was very like, I knew that from a very young age. And so then when everybody started doing like 365 days of skate and like skating every day, while that's great and it's like gonna be a fast track to you like learning things and building skill, building strength, it's exhausting to do something every day. Like even something very enjoyable, it becomes a burden. It becomes like a chore. And that's kind of what this has become. But also at the same time, like I'm very okay with working out every day. Like I feel good after, but it's starting to wear on me. Like I would say 2 days ago. Wait, what day is today? Tuesday. Yeah, 2 days ago, it started to wear on me. Like I noticed it.
Yeah, I felt it. So I was totally fine. I was actually really astonished that I made it 14 days, or no, sorry, not 14 days. I made
13?
it 11 days,
Uh-huh.
and like it was almost like concerningly easy for me to push harder with everything. I was
Yeah.
like, this is all it took the whole time. Just do it.
Yeah.
Which is not necessarily true.
Right.
But like, because like I can tell you from 2 months ago that just do it, I physically couldn't. So
Yeah.
like it was kind of a little bit of a perfect storm to be like all of my best, highest numbers while also being consecutive. But then yesterday happened, and yesterday was leg day, which is most people, I feel like it's a very polarizing, like, oh, leg day is the worst. I've never liked it in the whole time we've done it because I never had the muscles to like facilitate it. But as I've gotten more of those muscles, leg day is not my least favorite, but the pain that ensues for like the next 4 days is my least favorite. But what was wild is yesterday I fully like almost could not do any of it. And I wasn't trying to go harder on legs because like I don't really want my legs to be much bigger. Like my legs are fine.
Yeah.
And so I was like doing the workout, but I wasn't going like more weight. And it was concerning like how exhausted I was like on the first exercise, which is like squats. And that's kind of like my warm up. Like, I was like, I could just be done here.
You like fell over at one point, didn't you? On the
No, I don't know what the last exercise is, but it's like you stick your leg out and you lean over. I don't know what it's called. Whatever.
I don't know.
But like I went to do it and my balance wasn't right.
Okay.
And I was just like, well, I'm like 2 inches from setting the weights down. I set the weights down and like put my hand down so that I could stop myself.
I was so
and then
confused
I stood up
because it was so loud, and I saw you like falling over, and I was on a mat doing some like hamstring things with the ball, and I was like, what is happening? And I couldn't see you fully. I could just see the top of you like go down.
Oh,
and
no,
I was like, are you okay?
I went into it more or less fine, but it was like there was something weird about where my weight was, because that's also like a lot, like 40 pounds on top of the like bending and balancing and like holding your weight. It was a lot. And I think it was on my right leg, which is not my post leg, so my balance on that leg is worse.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was that like I went and like my core was like, we're fine, but we're not balanced. This is not going to work. Like you're not going to go back up. And I'm like, well, then I have to stop and then reset and let's start over.
Yeah.
Which I was just like frustrated because I was like, dude, come on. I was like, this is how this one's going to go. I was like, the whole exercise has been frustrating anyway, but
yeah.
Yes, I think
it's been very interesting to see like what your body can do, and then like how far is the breaking point, which I wouldn't say we're at the breaking point, because like I myself haven't been pushing myself. Like I haven't been adding more weight. I've been doing what I do. And I feel it. So I can imagine how you feel.
Yeah.
But also you've been very good about stretching, and I have not been good about stretching, and I feel that today. And now I understand when everyone says that like they have nerve pain. I am having like currently I'm not feeling it, but like in my lower back I'm having, I don't know if that's like the sciatic nerve or something, but it's like the side of my tailbone, and it's like pinching it. And Taylor had me do a stretch, and it really, really helped. And I was like, oh, I just have to stretch. Got it.
That's kind of how it works. But yeah, I look forward to not working out so much and like actually doing other things with my life other than just working out. Because I feel like it's been a long time of very specifically like spending. I looked at it on my phone. I'm not going to get it out and look up. It was like, what was it? Like 14 hours a week.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that is so much time I'm spending doing this. But I've gotten the results, I guess, more or less that I was looking for.
Yeah. Now it's just about stabilizing it, finding the
Yeah.
balance that you like.
Yeah, maintaining it.
But we also did like a DNA test.
Yes.
And that sounds like I'm going to announce like, who's the father? Like Jerry Springer.
There is no father.
Oh, also we watched a movie last night that was really cute.
I don't even have any idea what it's called, but
I
it's
don't
with Mark.
either.
If it's with Mark Wahlberg on Apple TV.
Yeah. And it's funny because like his son is just like him. And he's like, well, at least I don't need a paternity test. He said that when they were doing the laser tag. Anyway, we took a DNA test to see like what our bodies react to best and like just different things like how are we prone to stress, bone density, like stuff like that. And
the different foods that are better for your body or worse for your body.
Yeah, exercises that are better or worse. And it was really interesting because I had a call first with the company and I was explaining because he was like, well, what made you want to do this? And I was explaining and I was like, well, my husband and I have been doing like a really big overhaul on our wellness and our health and like workouts, diet, everything. We've tried a few different things now and just trying to see what works best for each of us. And I know this, but like we are two very different people. And he was like, yeah, they say no two bodies are the same. And you're right. No two bodies are the same. Like our bodies react very differently to different things. And so it was really interesting to look at the results and see what was happening. A lot of it was not shocking to me. But some stuff was like it said I'm a morning person, which I literally like laughed out loud when the guy
it doesn't
read
say
it.
what type of person you are. It says when your body is most efficient at doing critical thinking, which is not the same thing as a morning person.
No, so he did explain that to me. He was like, this doesn't mean that you're like a chipper, happy person in the morning. That just means that you can like get a lot of work done in the morning. If you'll be better in the morning.
Most productive.
Yes. And I was like, wow, that makes sense. But also what? He was like, yeah, you should be going to bed around 9 p.m., waking up at about 6 a.m. And I was like, oh my goodness. That's like, I don't know. My first thought in my mind is like, that's like going to school.
It's very funny that you are so concerned about the 9 to 6 because you go to bed, you're in bed between 10 and 11.
I know.
And you get up at like 7. So you're literally off an hour. Then don't go to bed at 9. Go to bed at 10 or 11.
I'd
get
probably
up at 7.
feel so much better if I went to bed at 9. Because that's what he asked me. He's like, when do you start getting tired? I was like 5? He was like,
you're such a liar.
He was like, that makes a lot of sense.
You're a liar. You're not tired at 5.
If you ask me to respond to an email past 5 o'clock.
Oh my God.
It is so difficult for me.
You are so full of it.
How? What?
Miss, I will work until 4 in the morning constantly.
Because I make myself do it, but it's not good.
Miss goes to Disneyland is fine until like midnight.
That's at Disneyland.
It does not change your
We've
time.
talked about this. Disneyland doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
Well, yeah, but when I do that, I'm on like 3 or 4 coffees. So,
well, there's your answer. Stop drinking so much coffee and then you'll be okay.
Well, then you have to put me to bed at 9.
I can't put you to bed. You stay up. What am I going to do? I can say, hey, well, let's go to bed. Bro. I'm not that old. It's too early.
Oh, man. Maybe someday.
Yeah. The only thing that, it wasn't shocking to me, but the only thing that I was like, was when I looked at the foods that it suggested it said that my body processes best, I went, this is literally Italian food. It was like you
literally.
Which, if you don't know, I'm somewhere in the ballpark of more or less half Italian.
Yeah.
And it was like, carbs are great for you. Fats are pretty good for you. Protein doesn't really matter that much for you. And I'm like, that's literally all Italian food. Carbs and fat. I'm like, that's all of it. I'm like, so you're telling me that I'm predisposed to being very good at processing the things that like most of my heritage comes from.
Yeah.
I could crush Italian food every day. Are you kidding me? I would get so fat.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. Because I
No.
would eat the whole, I would eat a table
okay,
worth.
don't eat 5,000 calories worth of pasta, but like you also,
Maybe that's why I'm really good at eating French fries and it does nothing to me.
he was like, his results for keeping weight off were like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that said I'm above average to
Mine
keep weight
was
off.
like, yeah, you're gonna struggle just like everyone else.
It's going to be normal. For me, it was like, you're good. Do whatever you want. I'm like,
All right.
maybe I should take advantage of this.
Mine was like high fat, like I should eat a lot of fats, and low carbs, low protein.
Yeah, which is not low protein, which is the average.
Average protein.
The carb one is going to be the most difficult thing on the planet for you.
Yeah.
You are a carb lady.
Yeah.
You love them.
I do.
Everything about them.
I do.
Yeah.
But I also, I don't know, fats, I think of like peanut butter, avocado. Those are like my two main food groups.
Carbs. Well, if there's 3 macros for food groups, you're only missing one.
That's like pretty much what I eat.
Yeah, that's true. But you gotta pump the brakes a little on the carbs, and then you'll be good.
Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe.
I mean, my guess
Or
would be
just
that's
push
why
up the fats.
you're just gonna overeat.
Well, no, I don't think I eat quite enough currently.
Probably.
I told him that. I was like, I have a hard time eating that much food. Like,
well, you've also like trained yourself to not eat that much food.
yeah.
And I think that it's always going to be a little easier for me because if this stands true, so I do want to clarify that I've probably said this before on other episodes. I do not recall. I'm sorry.
It's hard. What I can remember like one episode back, and then that's.
I'll remember it if I'm reminded of it or if I go back.
If
I'm
someone
like,
has
oh,
a conversation
yeah.
with me, then I remember. But yeah.
But I am very sensitive is the wrong word. I'm very aware.
You are very sensitive.
Well, I guess sensitive is the right word, but I'm very aware and I guess in tune with how I feel with everything I do. It's most notable when I talk to people about alcohol and like drinking.
We have talked about this a little bit because I am not.
Yeah, it becomes the most clear when it's revolving or related to alcohol in the sense of like a lot of people will drink like beer or other things and they don't really feel anything until they're like a few deep. And I'm like, bro, if it's in a glass, I get like an inch into the glass and I'm done. If it's not making me feel good, I'm done. My body is like, we're not doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's less like mentally or anything else. And it's not like buzzed or drunk. It's not that. I'm talking about like just bloating and feeling bad or like my body doesn't want to be processing it or it's just like it's like eating a food that your body's like, I don't know, dude. Maybe it's lactose like intolerant people.
That sauce last night from Halal Guys.
Yeah, but you put a packet and a half on your stuff.
No, I didn't.
Nicole, I didn't even use half a packet.
I'll get into that in a moment. Go on.
but so I'm really in tune with what works and feels good to me, and like I can see it, and I'm very conscious of what I'm eating and what is going to mess me up, and like I can look at a menu from somewhere and know like quantifiably if something's really going to hurt me or just be uncomfortable like 2 days from now or tomorrow.
Yeah.
While also being like, I could have the better of the evils. Like it doesn't have to, I'm not even talking like healthy, clean food versus bad. I'm talking about like, I can crush a giant thing of French fries and I will feel nothing. Yeah. But if I have a full dessert or something, or like, I don't know, something else that could be fried, like maybe a bunch of like fried chicken or something, like maybe that would mess with me more than like a giant thing of like super fries or like French fries with all sorts of stuff on top of them. Like I'd be totally fine. But like the sweets just like knock me out for like 2 days versus and I know that there's sugar and other things in it, but I'm not doing a good job of using it as using an example.
But you're very aware of how it's affecting your body very quickly.
Super aware. So seeing the results from the DNA stuff, it's really just like validating or giving like an actual response that says like, yeah, this is why that you're this way with these things. Because like I feel like the only thing that they actually got wrong is what was it, the motivator?
The motivation, yeah.
That's the only thing that I think, at least the way that I've been treating myself or the way I've been looking at it, I feel like that's the only thing that has felt wrong. But I'm like, look, I don't know how strongly I'm going to trust this DNA situation. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if it is my DNA, great. But I don't know
Yeah.
what, like,
You don't
if
know
there's
how
marketing
much
behind
to
it or
trust.
like whether it's because like it's how far can you trust it? Like also your environment creates a lot of it. But like it said that I am more motivated by external than internal.
Mhm.
And I looked at Nicole and I went, that could not be further from the last year of my life's truth.
Yeah.
Because people have been, well, like for an example, it's like you have been telling me, like, and trying to motivate me to do more with music for like a long time. And I have not been any form of motivated to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and then like the gym was not from anyone but myself. And you are encouraging, but your encouragement does not make me go.
Maybe it's
I make me
maybe
go.
it's flipped. Maybe it's like you are what is the word? You listen to what external forces say and you do the opposite for a while.
I am very, very good at that. Typically,
because that is typically what happens for like a few years.
Yeah.
You're like, no, and then you come around to it and you're like, yeah, okay.
And that's me with competition too. Like the moment
Yeah.
you're like, let's go, I'm like, oh, I'm the opposite of competitive now.
Yeah.
You're like, we need to get pumped, and I'm like, and now we're done. I'm just gonna sit here. We're gonna steep in this baby.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wonder. Maybe that is the way that I am affected externally by stuff. I don't know.
I don't know, but it was very interesting. The bummer one that was not shocking at all, which the guy I was talking to was like, I think he was taken aback by the way I said it, but it was like predisposed to like memory problems or like what was the term?
No, it didn't say that. It was
like brain.
Yeah, I don't know.
Basically, like as you get older, when your brain starts to like not remember things as well, not compute.
It was
things
not
as well.
remembering. It was your neurological pathways, and with it being more prone to lessening. I literally cannot think of what it is.
That one, I was like, mine was high, and I was like, well, it
was above average.
That's a bummer, but that's not shocking because there's a lot of like dementia and Alzheimer's in my family. And he was like, okay, yeah, I'm sorry about that. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I was like, yeah, so you're telling me I'm screwed? Cool.
No,
and he was
there's
like,
plenty
no.
you can do.
There's a lot you can do. I was like, I know.
God, you're the worst.
It's like with the arthritis, it's like, oh, okay, sick.
Well, just don't do those things. Do all the other stuff.
Yeah. I'm working on it.
Yeah, see, there you go. No, yours, whatever. It doesn't matter. Yours, I was thinking when it said the fat, I was like, that is why you thrived in keto.
Yeah.
100%. That's why you thrived in keto, because you like fully took carbs out.
Yeah.
And your body was like, yes. And my body was like, bro, what are we?
Yeah, yours was mad.
Mine did exactly what yours did this time.
Mm-hmm.
My body was like, we're going to lose a bunch of weight. And then it was like, we're not doing anything else.
Yeah.
And then yours was like the same thing with...
Mine still took a while, though, remember?
No, I'm sure. But I'm saying with not doing keto, just like counting your calories, being conscious of how much you're eating and exercising. Yeah. Your weight initially dropped really quick and then plateaued.
Yeah, my body was not happy with
which
it.
is the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Which now the happy medium would obviously be not to do keto, because
it's too far.
Would be just to monitor how much carbs you're having versus
everything else.
So I think that'll be very fun and interesting. We're not doing anything in that caliber until after the holidays, because that's just a nightmare.
I'm not even gonna try.
Honestly, though, cheese, eat all of it.
I love cheese.
That's why I'm saying.
I said the other day, I was like, man, I should have bought string cheese from the store. I don't remember what we were doing. And you go, why buy string cheese? Just buy a block of cheese.
Yeah. Well, you don't need to buy it prepackaged. Just buy a big old block.
That's fair, because I could just cut a piece off. And then I believe you said, or just take a bite out of it.
That would be fun. Yeah, just a big old wheel of cheese.
I actually saw at Costco they have like portions of a big wheel.
You should just buy a wheel.
Okay.
We don't have fridge space, but you should
No,
buy a wheel
we
of
don't.
cheese.
I could make space for a wheel.
They're big.
I could do it. I could do it. It would be worth it.
I mean, I'm not against it. I am going
I'm
to.
not gonna like run down that hill to chase it in whatever country
I
they
will
do
not
that.
let you. I'll grab you by the neck of your shirt and say, "No, lady, you do not get to go."
Running in place.
Smoke kicking up off your heels.
My goodness. Wow.
So funny.
Kicking off the back of my heels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
I actually saw a mom
Stupid.
do that. I saw a mom do that to a kid. He had like a leash harness thingy on.
I don't know how I feel about those.
I get it.
I totally get it.
We used to have one for Brett. I was only a year and a half older than Brett, and I never had to wear that, but Brett did.
Okay, I'm going to have a slight hot take with this, and then
Okay.
you can go to your story. Maybe it's because the only people I've seen with leashes recently on their children are morbidly obese, but I think that no. I'm not with your. It's not related with your family. I'm saying like the leash maybe is the hindrance of the exercise that the people need to be taking to keep up with their child.
To slow down.
It's
Well,
to keep the
okay.
child in check. Obviously, there's kids that are like unruly and just disappear,
AKA
which I
Brett.
yes, which is I get, but
Yeah.
like I'm also like in the people that I've seen, I'm like you kind of
get that.
probably need to.
Well,
to
I
do a little
understand
more,
in a
and
really
then-
busy place like Disneyland. That's where I see it the most.
But
I get that.
There's this really crazy thing that most people are born with, and it's a limb that has this weird little claw-like thing on the end of it that's called a hand. And on the hand, there's phalanges. And if you interlock those with the little human that you created, that you're in charge of,
Yeah.
you go, and you interlock them, they don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Now
that's
I know
fair.
that that's not very useful because sweaty hands or distraction and
Yeah,
crazy
Do you
child.
want to hold my hand? Oh, you almost broke the thingy.
No, it's fine. I know that that's a very
Yeah.
sarcastic thing for me to say, but like
Yeah.
it's kind of one of those where I'm like, I don't know. I feel like a leash seems like for a dog more than a human.
I totally get that.
You know, I mean, kids are unruly, sure, but like also, why is 98% of children not on a leash?
And then there's Brett.
And then there's Brett.
Yeah. No, that's fair. But I just was, whenever I see or like our friends have like a baby Bjorn type thing, either for a child or for like a dog, I'm like, oh gosh, I want Taylor to have like a grown size one of those. And
For you?
yeah, for me.
Oh my gosh.
He could just carry me around.
You're too big. You're too big.
I am too big. My legs are too long. It would be very uncomfortable for both of us.
I
But
have
it
to
just
have
looks
like,
so fun.
I'd have to have He-Man's back,
You can do it. I believe in you.
but I don't want the front.
Ew. Wait, you just want a back that's all ripped and then a front that's
No,
not?
I don't want either.
Okay.
I'm saying to hold you
That would be weird.
in a capacity that I could like stand up and be functional.
I think
I'd have
you're-
to have like He-Man's back.
That's just pretty muscle, though. That's not functional.
He-Man is a comic book character with a massive amount of muscle. I'm pretty certain that it can be whatever kind of muscle you want to imagine it to be because he's made up.
That's fair. Also, did the guy ask you about the guy from the DNA thing? Did he ask you about like an ideal body?
No.
Okay.
Oh, he brought up like a sports. No, and unrelated. Keep going.
He first brought up Marvel and Thor. And then, which I was like, okay, get
Very
it.
funny that he would bring that up for you. He clearly didn't. I appreciate that he didn't look me up online, but like I got tattoos that are you could have related to some.
Yeah. There's no Star Wars characters that like.
Hey, Kylo Ren in episode 8, shirtless, is pretty shredded, dude.
Okay.
He's pretty shredded.
Okay. I'll give you that. But he brought up Thor, and then he brought up Tom Cruise.
Hmm.
Which I was so confused, honestly. And I almost stopped him and said something like, I get that both of those people are in shape, but I was like, those are two very different bodies.
Well, yeah, one is excessively ripped, and then the other one is like fit and old.
And so much smaller than the other one.
What does your height have to do with any
because
of it?
he was, I guess it doesn't, but he was talking about like his ideal body. And I was
Thor?
Well, first he said Thor and then he said Tom Cruise. And I was like, wait, like I'm not going to say like Giselle or like Tyra Banks. I'm not going to say a model who's 6 feet tall. Like that's not an ideal body for me because that's never going to happen. I'm never going to be 6 feet tall. So I just thought that was very confusing. He wasn't thinking about that logically.
He's not. Yes, he is. He's not talking about the height. Think about the list of all of the people when I first was like, what type of physique am I aiming to have? I picked people that are from 5'6" to 6'3". All different, but all I was looking at was what type of physique they have. I don't care what their height is. I'm not trying to be their height. I'm looking at what their body makeup is.
That's what my mind was like. Okay, if you're thinking of like the ideal body that you want to strive for, it's like reality of what you want to strive for. And I don't think of like a very tall person because that is not ever going to happen. I'm not going to grow.
What does your height have to do with what you want your body to look like?
That's what my first thought is. Like, I don't have what. Also, I told him, I was like, I don't have like any body or like any famous person that I think of like for a body that I want. I was like, I honestly don't. I know a lot of very fit people, very talented people, and I just like kind of like can see their bodies and see what can work for me. And he was like, well, that's a very healthy way to look at it. I was like, thanks.
Until you're talking about the tall thing and then you can't even...
Yeah, because I can't... It doesn't make sense to me.
I don't understand how you're so stuck on the height part of it.
I was just so confused with Thor and then Tom Cruise.
He's not talking about the height at all.
Well, obviously, but...
Yeah, take the height out of it. And if you look at their bodies, you go, oh, okay, one is bigger than the other, but they're kind of the same. Also, Chris Hemsworth is like mid-30s. So that's a physique for mid-30s. Tom Cruise is, I don't know how old, but not mid-30s. And Tom Cruise's body is like what he may want to be when he's in that age.
That's fair.
He's not looking at the height.
Fair.
He's looking at what the muscle looks like at the age that they are.
Odd.
It's not that odd.
It's odd.
It's, oh my God.
I still can't think of my first word that I gave myself the other night.
I didn't even ask you what your words are because I don't care now that you're stuck on the height thing.
Short.
Yeah. Short, stubby.
Some days. No, I know that two of them...
Sack of potatoes.
Sack of potatoes. I know that two of them were determined and colorful. The reason I thought of this question is because I'm wearing many colors.
2.
No.
Yayo. Blue. With a hint of orangey red.
And white and black.
White
and
is the absence of color. Black is all color.
Oh my gosh.
So, if you want to be.
Oh my
So, white is negative. You don't get
We
you get
have
none.
unlocked the sass.
You get none. So, white and black knock each other out.
Okay.
Absence of color. So, you got 2. 2.5 because the red's in there. 1 yellow, blue, 2, and a half for the red on the shirt because the whole thing isn't that color. When you see Mickey Mouse, he's gonna have red shorts on.
What if he didn't?
That would be Naked Mouse. What color are your pants?
Just
White.
white.
See, what are you doing? You're not wearing that many colors, you
I
crazy.
can't remember my first word.
It was probably mama or dada.
What if it was roller skate?
You should be on a different intellectual plane than you're on. And it's unfortunate that you're not.
Oh no.
Should have been the next Bill Nye. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Okay. I'd be way too smart for you.
Yeah, I know. You like me for my sass and stupidity. That's why you keep me around. My jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
That's it.
Let's go with that.
I'm not even going to read into that. You're not going to think of your first word?
No, I don't remember it.
How do you not remember it? Mine were, I don't even know what mine were. So I guess that makes sense. Mine was what? Stupid, fun, no, stubborn, creative, funny. No, stubborn, creative. Passionate and stubborn are the same. Creative. I said stupid, but you changed it to silly. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Okay. You got nothing? Nope. No.
Do you have 3 words to describe me?
Yeah, okay. That's 3.
Yeah, okay. 3 words to describe you from me would be stubborn, intellectual, and creative. Yeah.
Colorful. Short. All right.
This is what I deal with. This.
Yeah, I can't. Okay. No, okay. So for real. Okay. We'll end it here. Be serious, Taylor. Be serious.
You can do it.
No, I would say creative, but you don't think you're creative.
I didn't think. I do now.
I still don't think you think. I can't wave it like this one. Your whole arm goes with it. I would say creative. Oh shoot, what is that word? Charismatic, I guess is the word.
Ooh. Oh, I know what my 3rd word was.
Okay, what was it?
Patient.
First word was patient then. Because
Yeah.
you were saying you couldn't remember your first word. You just called it your 3rd word.
Oh.
Which one is it?
I
Which
think
level
it was
do they
patient,
matter?
determined, colorful.
Okay.
Because
so,
Taylor's impatient and I am patient.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember my words.
Charismatic, creative.
Yup. Do I have to stick with another Z one because we're already here?
No.
Cute.
Cute.
No, okay. That was also being silly. Take it back, Taylor. Okay,
How
wait.
many U's in that cute?
4.
Yes.
Okay. We could do colorful. I would agree that you're colorful.
Just a whole bunch of C's.
Like the candy store.
I love C's. Oh my goodness. I love C's so much.
I do
I
think
like
I
that.
do think that those 3 work for you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I think that they're fine. I wouldn't and the colorful, let's be clear, is not the clothing.
No, it's personality.
Hey. Hair flip, but it's in a beanie.
My beanie moves. Is it moving?
Way less than you think it
Oh,
is.
it feels crazy.
It's hardly.
I feel like I feel like a dwarf. Like, you know, the 7 dwarves?
Oh, the like big beanie that goes to a point.
This is a big beanie. Feels like dwarfy.
It is very funny that beanie. It makes your head look bigger than it is, but not in a bad
It's
way.
so big. But it matches my eyeballs.
More or less, yes.
If I look in the mirror after this and I have lipstick on my teeth, I'm going to be so mad.
You do not currently. Not yet.
Not yet.
Still
Okay.
waiting for it.
Thanks.
That's a good place to wrap this puppy up.
Yeah.
Pupper, yeah.
Don't
What
wrap
did I
a
say?
puppy up.
You have
Unless
to
it's
for
in a
Christmas.
Blanket. No.
You put it in a box with holes in it. That's how people used to do it in the olden days.
Yeah, it's true.
See?
I've never put a puppy in a box. Though.
We never had pets, so
I've
there you
never
go.
had a puppy.
If you like this episode, please subscribe. If you want episodes early and you want exclusives, you can sign up for our memberships on glitterandcatlitter.com or on the YouTube channel.
I like when you say glitterandcatlitter.com because you really pronounce the whole thing.
Trying to do talking well. Like all the overdubbed Netflix movies that are not in English.
Your lips look really weird when you do that.
It's because
very
I'm overdoing it. I don't have to do it to talk like that. Okay. Now that we're there.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. We'll see you on the next one.
We appreciate you.
This is the last one for 2023.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it comes out on the 26th. The next one will be on
We
the
did
2nd.
it. Good job.
Business. See ya.
Bye.